Hello boys and girls, it's your friendly neighborhood Wiggy, and this time I'm bringing you a commentary that's a little more on the serious side. So if it's serious you're not looking for, go ahead and turn off this video, because I got something serious to say. A few of my friends on Twitter and some of my Call of Duty play mates, if you will, no pun intended, have called my attention to a video that's on the Call of Duty Elite site. It's one of the staff picks, quote unquote. Thank you very much. It is a video that is showing Aryan pride. Now, I for one am not one to talk about serious subjects and to get into telling people what they should or shouldn't be thinking. But in my opinion, this video is the most idiotic thing I have ever seen. If it is a mistake on the part of Activision by putting it up there, if they happen to implement a wrong link or something to that nature, that's fine. Admit your mistakes and move on. But at this point, it has been called to their attention that this video is on their website, and they have chosen to leave it up. Now, in my opinion, that means two things. One, they actually believe and support this video, which I can't honestly think that they can support such stupidity. But number two, that they're not willing to admit their mistakes and just leave it up because they don't make mistakes. Now that brings two things to mind in my opinion. Number one, if they believe that, this is going to be the downfall of this developer, ladies and gentlemen. Activision as a whole is a company that is in serious trouble. Now, if you take the Call of Duty franchise out of the equation, obviously they're doing well on the Call of Duty side. But, you know, large titles such as, you know, Guitar Hero is no longer. And that's because other titles are better, they're supported better, and they're done by better companies. But the other thing I wanted to point out is if they're not willing to admit their mistakes, that says something in itself. If they're not willing to admit that they do not make mistakes, that means even on the Call of Duty front, Modern Warfare 3 has been promoted as, you know, one of the best video games developed out there, and people that play it point out that it's not. It has numerous flaws. People point it out on a daily basis, and they're not willing to correct some of the things that's being pointed out to them. Now, if they're not going to correct things and hold true to that they don't make mistakes, now this shows very loudly, in my opinion, that this probably holds out to be true. If they're not willing to admit they made a mistake and correct it and move forward, well then that just says something greatly about the developer as a whole. So I want to thank a couple of people that brought this to my attention. One, first and foremost, is Esmorgue. He sent me a message on Twitter and pointed out the stupidity that was going down. He's actually had some communications with the Activision support team, and they state it's not their fault, therefore they're not going to remove it. Now, one of my other brothers, Maccabi, he is greatly upset by this and is highly offended and is not going to tolerate this stupidity, and I'm pretty certain he'll probably boycott the game altogether on principle. As he is Jewish, he does take something like this very offensively, and he's offended. And quite frankly, I'm offended. Now, whether or not you give a damn that if I'm offended or not, that's fine, I don't care. I normally am into shenanigans and comedy of that nature. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and call all the people that are offended to this video. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get some attention to this one. Let's get this video taken off of the Call of Duty Elite website, because the last thing that the Call of Duty Elite website needs to be involved in is stupidity and hatred. And that is all this video is about. It's about ignorance, stupidity, and hate. Now, if that's what Activision wants to be involved in, that's fine, that's their own prerogative. But number one, they should know that people are paying attention. They do see it, and they will call attention to it. And I know that bad press sometimes is good press, but I can assure you that this kind of press is not something they want on their hands, as they sell their game globally. And there are many Jewish people all over the planet that are going to be highly offended by this type of stupidity. Now, if you're not offended, just go ahead and stop the video now. Not really referring to you. This probably isn't going to be a popular opinion because, as I said, I normally do comedy videos, but this one strikes pretty home to me, and it takes me back to the days where, I'm from the South. I get a lot of stupidity. I know a lot of stupid people that have stupid opinions and that are ignorant enough to believe crap like this. Number one, I was raised to think on my own. I think with my own brain. I make my own opinions, and I have never been one to judge someone based on color. I do judge people based on their education level. Now, if people haven't been educated because they didn't have the opportunity to be educated, that's one thing. But if you've had the opportunity to go to school and you choose not to be educated, those are the people I have a problem with. And these are the type of people that are putting up information like this. Just the stupidity where you have an education, but you choose to be stupid and you move forward with that. So, coming to the end of the commentary, I want to thank Esmorgue for bringing this to my attention. Like I said, this video isn't really about the gameplay. I know, ironically enough, I'm playing Modern Warfare 3, but it just goes to show you that there's irony in everything that I do. So, I'm going to leave a link to the video in the description of this video. If you will, go ahead and take a look at it, give it a thumbs down, report it on YouTube so maybe they can have this crap taken off, because quite frankly it's the most disgusting thing I've seen out there. I mean, this ranks right up there with kiddie porn. And if you think this video is controversial enough, go ahead and tweet it out to the Activision members. Let them know that we're calling attention to it, and we will raise awareness to their stupidity, and it will not be tolerated anymore. On another note, I'm going to point out that 420 has been called as the Modern Warfare 3 Blackout Day. I'm going to leave a link to that video. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description as well. If you want to participate in the Modern Warfare 3 Blackout on 420, feel free to do that. It may be another way that we raise awareness to this stupidity that is this Aryan video. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for supporting this cause. It may not be something that's important to you, but I want to call all of my subscribers to call attention to this one. Give it a thumbs up. If you have Twitter, make sure you get it out on Twitter. If you have it on Facebook, let's get a discussion going. Let's get some awareness for this issue, and let's get this shit taken off the Call of Duty Elite website, because the last thing this video is Elite. So let's get it taken off. Aryan pride, thumbs down for the loss. Fuck you, dirty, ignorant bastards. This is your highly pissed off Wiggy signing off.
Well done. Хорошо сделано.